Hey guys, it's Don here from Novaspirit Tech and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be doing some USB HID on the Raspberry Pi Pico. So let's get started. Now before we begin, if you haven't watched my previous video on the MicroPython for the Raspberry Pi Pico, I recommend doing so because I have some environments that I set up on my Ubuntu desktop that you guys might want to check out, which is the Tawny and all that other stuff. So let's begin. First thing we need to do before coding anything, you actually need some sort of project. So what we're going to be doing today is actually playing Egg Incorporated. So if you check out the screen over here, you're going to notice that I have this game up and all you do is a clicker game. So the more chickens you press, the more it comes out, and then there are multipliers that helps you increase your income flow. Now, you might also notice that every time when I press it, this little bar on top decreases, which means I can only press it for a limited amount of time before it kind of depletes itself, and then I would have to stop clicking it so it could grow back or increase back. So this is the game we're going to be playing, and we're going to be using the Raspberry Pi Pico to do all the mouse movements and clicking. So let's pop into my desktop and let me show you what we're working with. Now you're going to notice the MicroPython is blinking because that's from our previous project, and we're going to need to pop over to Tawny. Oh, I also have a multiplication thing going on. So I'm going to stop this, and one thing I'm going to show you guys is if I do help modules, you're going to notice that one thing is missing that we need that is very crucial is USB_HID. It's not actually in their MicroPython library, so I actually can't interface with the USB HID on the Raspberry Pi Pico using MicroPython. But CircuitPython actually has it built into their version of their Python library. So if I head over to their website, which is circuitpython.org, I'm going to go over to downloads and search for Pico, which is, let me just type it in, Pico. Right over here. You could actually download their 6.2 release, which is a UF2 file, and from our previous video, and we could just load it onto the Raspberry Pi Pico. So what I'm going to do is download this, hit save, reboot this by holding the boot select, and it's going to pop with a mass storage device that I could actually load in the file zip. So I'm going to pop into this, the file that I downloaded. I'm going to drag this over to that folder. It's going to reboot. Once it's done transferring, it should reboot. There you go. Reboot it. And now, if I hop back into Tawny, let me go stop. It should be different. See, CircuitPython. Now, if I go into Help, Modules, you're going to notice now I have USB HID and a bunch of other libraries that we can now use, including Frame Buffer, Gamepad, a bunch of other stuff, which is great now because I can now use the board for HID. But there's also another library you would need to download unless you want to write your own complete library. This is a much easier option. Google Adafruit CircuitPython_HID, and it'll bring you to their library. Let me see, where's the GitHub? Let me go over to GitHub. Okay, here you go. And here's the library we're going to be using for this mouse clicking thing that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to head over to release and download. Now you can see there's different versions, the MPY and there's a regular PY version. You want the MPY version because it's actually a compressed version of the MicroPython. And dealing with a board that just has limited space, you do want to use the compressed version. Now, once I am done downloading this, I can extract this, and inside I will have everything that the GitHub had before, which is all this stuff, just compressed. Okay, it actually mounts it as a little device on the side, so you could actually pop over and see what's inside. Like if I was to go open CircuitPython device, lib, boot out, and code, you could see it's the same thing. So what that means, or what that allows me to do, is transfer the library that I need. So I'm going to head over to Adafruit, lib, and Adafruit HID, and I'm going to transfer it into this lib folder. You see that now? So now I have all the libraries and the modules that I need to run the mouse. So let's start coding something. So first off, what I'm going to do is see if it works. So I'm going to do something like a blinky. Basically, it's going to click multiple times and see if it's going to click. So I'm going to import USB HID, which is the module from Python. I'm just moving my keyboard a little. Now I'm going to also import, actually from Adafruit HID dot mouse import mouse. So now I have the library that I could use to use the mouse buttons. So now I'm also going to do mouse equals capital mouse, because that's what we named it from the import, USB underscore HID dot devices. And because if I click once, you guys are probably not going to see it happen. So what I'm going to do is while true, in here I'm going to do mouse click mouse dot left button, and that will basically infinitely click on the left mouse button. Now, because I think it's going to click too fast, I'm also going to import time and put like a little sleep feature in there. So I'm going to do time sleep 0.5. So every half a second it's going to click. I'm going to save this, and in CircuitPython, it's not called main.py for it to boot the board with it. So you want to save it over to code.py. That will actually save it. And now I can run the code. And what it's going to do is just click. You can see how the cursor is just moving to where I need it to. Every half a second, it's going to click. So now I know it's definitely working. So I'm going to stop this. It is time to test it out on our egg incorporated game. So I'm going to unplug this and pop it into my phone and see what happens. All right, so you see the mouse come up and it's already clicking. It doesn't even actually give me a chance to cancel this. So let me cancel. There you go. First, you're going to notice that it's in the wrong position. It's clicking, but it's in the wrong position. I needed to move it down to the bottom for it to click over here. And all the other stuff that we talked about in the beginning of how this is going to work, we're basically going to draw it out. So let's unplug this and pop it back into the computer. All right, now we know that it works with the Android phone. It pops up as a device. We do have to put some sort of sleep timer because I need to be able to cancel out of that spot so the mouse can move down. So now we know what we need to do. So I'm going to pop into coding this, and let's also make it so when it's running, we would actually see the LED light up. And then when it's off, it's going to be not lighting up. So let's import a couple of more modules. So import board, import digital IO, and we should have all the modules that we need. Now we know we have to call the mouse. We also need to set up the GPIO, so we're going to do LED equals digital IO dot digital in out, and it's in this case it's called GP 25. And in our last video, remember 25 is actually the LED for the board. In CircuitPython, if it's GPIO, you call it GP. If it's digital pin, it's D. If it's analog, it's A, so it's A25 or D25. So GP means for GPIO. Now we also have to set the direction, so we're going to do LED dot direction equals digital IO dot direction dot output. That's what we need. And you know what? Just to make sure that it's going to turn off, we're going to turn off the LED in the beginning. So here's going to be the setup part. So we're going to do LED dot value equals false. Okay. We also know we need to sleep it. So we're going to sleep time dot sleep for 5 seconds, because this gives me time to press the cancel button when I plug it into my phone. We're also going to do mouse move, and we're going to move it Y. We're going to move it down by 400. Okay. And we are ready. This is the little setup. Make sure the LED is off. Sleep, so I can press the cancel button. Mouse move 400 afterwards, so we could actually go to the red chicken button. And now this is our main loop that we need to edit. Now, I know that we have to click 500 times. After 500 times, we can't click anymore. That's the base of it. So we're going to do click equals 500. Then we're going to put a condition here. So we're going to do while click is greater than 0. Now we do this stuff over here, which is mouse click left button. And the timer, we're going to switch to a really fast click. Okay, the faster it is, the better. And then we're also going to start decreasing the number of clicks. So we're going to do click equals click minus 1. We're also going to turn on the LED. So we're going to do LED value equals true. Now that we're done with the clicking and it's going to go through it 500 times, here we could now tell it, once it's done clicking 500 times, we're going to set the value of the light to false and time.sleep for 30 seconds because that's going to give it the time to replenish the chicken coops. So basically that's it. If you minus the spaces, which I have 3 spaces, this line of code was only about 20 lines of code. So let's save this. I'm going to unplug this and pop it into my little phone. All right, gives me 5 seconds to cancel that. The mouse didn't show up yet, which is fine. And there we have it. It's clicking. The mouse is it's coming in. The LED is on, so I know it's running. And as soon as that runs out and that runs out, it stops for 30 seconds. It lets it replenish. I get the max. So let's give it another 30 seconds over here and see if it refreshes and clicks on it again, because the while loop should kick back in after 30 seconds. So let's see. Right about now, it should start clicking. And I'm just waiting for the LED to come back on. Oh, there you go. And it's clicking. LED is on. Chicken's coming back out. There we have it, guys. We basically just created our own little auto clicker with the Raspberry Pi Pico using their USB HID interface. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you guys have any other project ideas you want me to test with the Raspberry Pi Pico, let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys are new to this channel, consider subscribing and also hitting that bell notification icon so you know when the next video is going to be out. And as I say in my nerd cave, hack till it hurts.